everybody. How's everybody doing? And Happy New Year to you all. I hope you're all keeping well. Got the layout going, trains running. Was able to get a little bit of work done on this in the time between Christmas and New Year. A video on that's out this weekend. Channel members have already seen it. Hi to any new subscribers. I seem to have gained a load over Christmas, so you're very welcome. If you're there in the background, pop in and say hi. If you got any questions, pop them in the comments. I'll try and get around and answering them. But let's get into the comments then and see who's in tonight and see what's happening. Let's bring up the comments. RG Trains, Robin Grace. Oh, freezing in the shadow, you guys. Never mind. And you got any sort of heater out there you can take out? I've got a nice open fire going in here tonight because it is rather chilly here. It's supposed to drop to -5 tonight, I think. Very mild over Christmas. It was sort of 12, 13, 14 degrees. So, but it's frost on the car this morning. It's supposed to be a heavier frost tonight. Brian's in the house. I'll just take a drink from my mug here. No product placement here. I'll move that out of the way so you can see the trains. Tonight's beverage is I've got a can of Iron Brew, trying to be a bit more civilized and drink it out of a mug. And once that's done, there's a can of good old Dr. Pepper. Anyway, back to the chat. Oh, Brian's in. That's Brian Madden. So Brian Finland Central will be there just waiting on a takeaway. What's he getting? Solar Dan the man. Good evening, Dan. How you doing? Wolf Sexenix is in. Good evening. How are you doing, sir? Anthony, Middleport Junction. Good evening, all. Kent State just popped in to say hi. Well, hi, Anthony, if you're still there. Tom Houston Monorail. Hi, Tom. How are you doing? I watched your video the other night of your opening of your Temu stuff you got, your bits and pieces. Very interesting. Always having fun and game installing Linux on his old laptops. Yeah, I've done that a few times. Moneybrook Junction. Good evening, Mark and Lisa. How are you doing? Simon Trains Model Showcase. Oh, it's pun time. How are you doing, Simon? Oh, Jerry BVR's in as well. Hi, Jerry. How are you doing? General Aviation. Good evening. Joshua W56 is in as well. Hi, Joshua. How are you doing? Hot Dog Pilot Andy. Good evening, Andy. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you. Looks like you had fun, Joshua. Leslie's in the house. Let's get on Railways. Good evening. How you doing? Trevor Veal's in. How you doing, Trevor? Can't type for a bit. Sticky fingers bread making. Oh, what sort of bread, Jerry? I'll ask you these questions while you can't type. So again, anyone there lurking in the background, you're very welcome. Pop into the chat, say hi. You got any questions, put them in the chat. I hope everyone's had a fantastic Christmas and Santa was good to you. I'll show you a few of the bits and pieces I got. They're all going around layout. Actually, do you know what? Let's take me off big screen. There. A bit of a closer look. Now, some of these are new additions and some of them, so see if you can spot what's new. Oh, hi's in the house. H&H Express Model N Skin Trains. Digger Evans in as well. How you doing, Digger? Happy New Year. Oh, Clive's in as well. Newland Railway. Hi, Clive. How you doing? Anyone else pop in that I missed? Yeah, everything seems to be running fine. As you can probably tell, I got a few more hoppers. And I've been watching Alan, Lord Al, Dragon Junction very closely with his hunt couplings. Because I've noticed one thing with this, with the gentle inclines that are on here, you do get a couple of derailments where they sort of bunch up together when they're going downhill and then they unhitch and everything. So I think I'm going to have to go around and get hunt couplings on all of these. because a few of them have been, you see the couplings riding up, and then the buffer lock, and then derailments. No, chat's just been going on while I've been there. Where was I? Let's see a new loco with an interesting variation. Sleeper stock. You spotted that, did you? Yeah, as usual on my layout, nothing is prototypical. I mean, we've got a load of Eastern region transporters being pulled by a Class 141 Irish loco. Graham, Leamington Station. Good evening, Graham. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing well. How come narrow gauge trains use Buckeye couplings in Ireland? Well, the narrow gauge in Donegal had a central buffer with just a hook and chain coupling. I can't speak for any of the other ones. I know the Swilly had similar, but they were at different buffer heights, which is why there was a couple of wagons that would have a Swilly coupling at one end and the Donegal coupling at the other, so they could carry both. There's photos of CDR stock on the Swilly, but I haven't seen any photos of Swilly stock on the CDR. I'm sure there is probably some out there somewhere. That's just the design of the coupling at the time, what they were looking at. So what did everybody get for Christmas? Anything interesting? I did get, well, this is what I asked for, is one of those, which is for screwing to the layout to hold the Gauge Master controller. So I've yet to put that on. I got old Christmas wagon 2024. I did get a pack of Hunt couplings. These are for sort of the older type stock. What else did I get? I got a whistle. What else was there? There's something else. Of course, then we have the stock that's rolling around. We've got the 37 that's going around solo, weathered 37 of E-Trains one. You would have seen that before because I picked that up when I was at Worley in October, and it was swiftly taken off me and wrapped up for Christmas. So it's actually having a proper run around now. You'll also see the Class 141, the Irish rail one going around. I got a voucher for the model shop, Modeller's Corner in Enniskillen. So I went and put that towards that. I didn't go for the sound on it. I just wanted a normal chip because I just not a big fan of sound. Now, don't get me wrong, the sound on some of these locos are excellent. The Acura scales and everything like that, fantastic sound. But it's a novelty thing, and I just find it gets too noisy with them all going. Saying that, the Class 37 EWS pulling the CDA hoppers around, that has sound, so I'll put that on, but I'm not sure if the mics will pick it up. Let's just go back to the chat, see if I missed anything. Oh, Jason's in the house. How you doing, Jason, Barnabas Junction? You're not on tonight, are you, Jason? I didn't see anything up on your channel if you are. As Leslie says there, I think narrow gauge lines throughout the British Isles use whatever they preferred. Yeah. I could have printed one for you, Mark. Oh, I didn't know you printed them. Clive? Oh, Joshua got a Funko Pop of Amy Winehouse and a new iPhone. Oh, very good. And it was his birthday last Sunday. So, well, happy birthday, Joshua. He's won a trip to Lisbon in February. Ooh, very nice. I got local version of Monopoly. Oh, Ogler 75, Ian's in the house. Good evening, Ian. I have the local newspaper to send to you from Bangor Show. Oh, right. Did my photo appear in it, Ian? Did they get my best side? Oh, Maura's in as well. Good evening, Maura. Happy New Year to you. We've got 2 railway calendars and locomotive and Jason Straw. Oh, very good, Trevor. Anyone else pop in? Everyone saying hello to each other. Bassett Cheesecake videos. How are you doing? Well, I do have the 141 running around. That's the orange one there. That's a 141. I have a 181, a 121. I do have a 201 somewhere, but it's not chipped. It's currently DC. And of course, I have the A class as well. Yeah, the 141, because I got the 181. Actually, I think I got that for my birthday back in May. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because my daughter bought for me. Yeah. And then I got a voucher for my local model shop, Modeller's Corner in Enniskillen. And I went and put it towards that. Right. I'm going to turn that sound off because it's annoying. And you probably can't hear it anyway. Because the mics work at cancelling out sort of background noise. So it sees it as a background noise and doesn't always, don't always hear it. You never know, Joshua, what they might do if they ever get around to rebuilding the Derry Road, which this year is 60 years since it closed in February. Last year, they announced they're going to rebuild it and reopen it. And also, we have the 100-year anniversary of the Oankara Viaduct disaster, which happened 1925, the end of January. Oh, Arnville's in the house. How you doing, Arnville? So the work I got done, which is the video out this weekend, is on this section here, this board here. I fitted the DCC Concepts control unit. So now I can control my solenoid point motors from my DCC controller. And it actually works really well. It's a really good system. So the next board along now, that's going to have the TMD on it, which will be the next video of just laying down the track, getting it to points of position, and then I can get some more decoders and set that board up. And then that will be, there's just these two boards here, which if you're looking here, these ones here, which need to be wired up. The rest of them have all been wired. And that'll be that done. And then once that's done, then I can start doing the ballasting and start into the scenics. All sounds pretty simple and very straightforward, but you know how these things take time. Like in the product placement. Yeah, it's don't forget to stick the link in, Brian. Yeah, that route, the Derry Road, was the Great Northern Railway. Yeah, it was. GNRI. It went Portadown, Armagh, onto Omagh, up through Strabane, crossed the border into Donegal, which is 60 years since the last railway we had in Donegal closed, and then skirted across back into Derry. So after partition in 1922, it didn't stop in any of the stations on the Donegal side because it was entering the Irish Free State as it was at the time. So it just sped through the stations, I believe. So though we had a railway running through Donegal, it didn't stop. Top screen is like Marcus sponsored by DF sofa sale. Yeah, that we moved into this house because this house has got 2 front rooms. We didn't have another sofa, so we found this on Facebook Marketplace or something, and somebody was getting rid of it. So we went and picked it up. And I tell you what, it's one of the most comfiest sofas I've ever had. It's just, you sit in it and it's just like, oh. Well, train shop currently closed the 17th of January. Yes, that's where the 92 that's going around came from. And the mug. Get that just there, just off the camera there. Yeah, rebuilding the Derry Road. It's probably just going to be, most of it will probably be a totally new realignment. Handed to you, Mark Subtle. No, Gordon isn't out of recovery. He's still where you spotted him in the video. It's just one of those things that was top of my list, but that now has moved down because I had some time off and I could crack on with this. And it took me more or less 2 full days to do this board. It's not that it's difficult. It's just, as you know, it's time consuming doing all the soldering and because I had to fit all the point motors. Then I had to fit the unit and wire it all in. It's not difficult, just time consuming. Reminds me of books. Station open, but no trains on. Yeah. Hi, Anthony. How you doing? Happy New Year to you and Joyce and Kyan, if he's there. Mr. X is in Australia. Oh, is he? Oh, very good. It's just rerouting it. Well, the A5 is going to be rerouted anyway, because from Ballygawley to Derry, they're supposed to be building a brand new dual carriageway, which should have been built 20 years ago, but due to politics in Northern Ireland and people objecting to it, it's still not built. Jupiter Junction, good evening. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you. How's the new loco? Fine. I think it needs a little bit of oil or grease. There's a bit of a squeak coming off it. But other than that, it's working fine. Ran it in, fitted the chip. It goes around no problem at all. I do believe it has actually got, oh, maybe it doesn't on that one. No, they're just plastic catenary. Anyone else? Oh, everyone's saying hello to Tony. And those burning fingers as well. Oh, what was that, Simon? What did I miss? 14 wagons, impressive. Yeah, one's 14 and the other's 16, I think. Yeah, it's pulling those 14, no problem at all. They're the Hornby HFA hoppers. And then we have the 37 pulling, I think it is 16 CDA hoppers. And then my 141 is pulling 9 car transporters. And then the class 37 that's going around has actually no couplings on it. So I need something else I need to sort out. But I do like the sort of dirty weathering on that. It does look really nice. Oh, lights are off. Well, lights have gone off for some reason. Oh, yeah. Oh, there they are. Yeah. All right. Switching them up the wrong loco. Brian's on his toes and counting. Actually, my young lad had to count something and had to have a video of him counting something when he was first started school. So you can see, show he could count to 10. So I loaded up one of my trains with 10 coaches and took a little video of him counting them, sending to the teacher. So apparently the whole class loved it. But then what 5, 6-year-olds don't love trains? Yeah, that would probably make most sense because then, of course, it would be kept internal in the north. How about my soldering? Yeah. I got to be careful what I do now in case it gets screen grabbed and put onto the monthly waffle. Solder down the man. I put a challenge out yesterday in my Happy New Year message on my community tab on YouTube. Oh, you put a challenge out, did you, Dan? So everyone head over there and see what the challenge is. Dirty weathering, oh matron. You're looking at the space in the boards and thinking you could have done TT or N-gauge. No, because I've always done 00 gauge, and that's what most of my stock is. If I was to do any other gauge, it would mean I'd have to start from scratch again. There will be a circle of 009 on this, so it's, you know, kind of N-gauge and 00 gauge. Anyone any recommendations for magnetic couplings? Many seem to fall apart and lose magnets. Well, I've only ever had experience of the Hunt ones, and I've had no issues with them. I have heard that the plastic they use sometimes over time goes brittle and the magnets fall out. I don't know. There is one left, Mark, if you fancy it. There are 3 brand new locos and 2 are in Ireland. Brian, I have no money left. And what I need to do now is I have to save my money, because if I have to put Hunt couplings on all these hoppers, that's going to probably be about 50, 60 quid's worth of Hunt couplings. I also need to buy the DCC Concepts solenoid controller from here. That's going to be more money. Now, thankfully, I've got enough points, and I think I have enough point motors. So, yeah. January now is going to be a very lean time, saving money. Not till after the 12th day of Christmas. Watch out. I got a resolution to posting in our Dublin Ferries, working out of Liverpool currently. Hop on, get duty-free booze and hand delivered to Mark. Yes, Morris says, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you're new here. What coaches? They are Not prototypical. Those are UK coaches. They're actually wagons. They're car transporter wagons. I think Era 5 they are. So they're not Irish or anything at all. It's just wanted to give these things a run. I am slowly building up more, let's use that word, prototypical rakes. I have a load of coaches that I bought to paint up in Irish colors for my Irish locos, and then Akira Scale or Irish Railway Models go out and start producing them. And I could have saved myself and bought brand new coaches with lighting and everything in it, but hey. Nick, the Urban Outsider, how you doing, Nick? Hope you're keeping well. Well, I'll order them straight from West Hill Wagon Works. When I get around to doing it, if you need some more, I can add them to my order, get them posted to Northern Ireland, and then when they come through, I can just post them down to you, if that's any help. New Year's resolution, live within my current monthly income, but still spend the savings. New Year's resolution, buy a 00 gauge class 142 pacer. Oh. Yeah, now this year I'm thinking of, because I think the Worley show and, this is way ahead, we're not into October here, but the Worley show and Getz are on the same weekend again, I think. So I'm thinking I might fly over and do one day in Worley and one day in Getz, because it looked like you guys were having far too much fun in Getz last year. Anybody see Lord Al's last video there on his new Class 5 Hornby Steam? I was looking at it going, oh, I want one of them. Doesn't he? I think you'll all agree. He looks very good in red, doesn't he? Anybody who's seen it will know what I'm on about. Okay, cheers, Mark. Now, I'm not going to be ordering them for a few weeks yet, Mark, because I don't have the money, but, you know. New Year's resolution is to ramp up the content on YouTube. Well, for the past couple of years now, I've been trying to do a live stream Thursday evenings, which I've done for the most part, just odd birthdays in here, like that I've taken Thursdays off. And for the most part, I've managed to get a video out once a week. So not too bad. And I actually, the videos are released over Christmas, the one Christmas day on getting a model railway, and what's the other one? Oh, the other ones did I release? I remember now. But they shot up in views, which I'm very surprised that the one I released Christmas Day got 1,000 views that day. Spine wagon broke also. Well, if I'm ever heading to Bristol and you want stuff, you can send it to your daughter and I can meet her in Cribs Causeway or somewhere and get the stuff and bring it back. Oh, so there's going to be starting his Wednesday workshop lives. Ooh, that's something to look forward to in February. My plan for this year is to escape the confines of this wretched island for a while. Yeah, so I don't think Jason's on tonight, so I'll try and keep going to about 9 o'clock if everybody's all right with that. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new here. And if you have any questions, pop them into the chat. I know whose stream was I in, and somebody was asking questions about points, and I said if they tune in tonight, I would help them out. (156) Andrew Shortbread Express. Good evening, Andrew. How you doing? Mutual Republic is on my list. Oh, I think you said you're down the other end for me, aren't you, Digger, that you'll be going to? Is it Cork? Mark does points, and we don't know points means prices. Oh, excuse me. Is it more civilized to be drinking a can of Iron Brew out of a mug? Arthur Townsend, good evening. I like a shot of the whole layout. Great perspective. Hi, Arthur. Yeah, you can see it's 12 foot this way, 7 foot that way. We've got 3 4 foot by 2.5 foot sections here. Same on that side, and then a 2 by 2.5 foot section this end and that end, joining the whole lot together. 2 levels. This is the track here that goes down to the bottom level. It's not all wired in yet. As I was saying, a bit more work to do, wiring wise. I don't know if you can see the reels of wire sitting out here. So I've been working my way around it. Also, been spending a bit of time with the track as well, finding little bits where, because I had one problem with this double slip over here. Nothing was derailing, it was just going over a bit. You could see it rising up a little bit. I found out what the problem was, just cleaned that up and everything's gone over it quite smoothly. I got a couple of problems with joints over here that I need to adjust. And a couple of the solder joints down here have actually come away. Because that's on when I was doing that level with joining the boards. This upper level, I'm doing the joints completely different. I'm not using those little solder tabs or screws or anything like that. I'm just simply using Yoo-hoo glue, gluing the track down, putting a bead down the sleeper edges and down the middle, making sure it's level. And then once it's dry, cutting the track. And that seems to be working far better than doing anything else. The other ways I was doing it, very fiddly, very time consuming. This way, so far, touch wood, I haven't had any issues. No. Yesterday with Clonakilty and Cork was shifted from Newry during the Troubles. Right, okay. I drank Iron Brew out of a mug in a stream once. Chat wasn't impressed. Well, they're being less impressed a minute, because once I get to the end of this, I'll be pouring Dr. Pepper in on top of it. Thanks for buying local. The Iron Brew factory is in Cumbernauld. You know, extra bonus of buying these Iron Brew cans is we now got this deposit return scheme in the Republic for plastic bottles and cans. So everyone has an R in it. Now this crate, so I got a 24 crate off into the special on the Asda. They've got the R on it, which means I haven't paid the tax, but I can take it back and get my 15-cent back a can. So, you know, sticking it to the man, you know. I'm sticking it to the government. Made in Scotland from girders, yeah. Quick question. If I was to get more mugs like what Mark has, as modelled, he's a very good salesman, Brian, because I was buying the 92 and he goes, oh, I've got this as well. Oh, yeah, go on then. Oh, do you want a mug as well? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm not sure who the mug is. So if anybody wants the train set mug, let Brian know. He'll get a few more and he'll happily sell them to you. Will they work or will they be leaky? Well, this one doesn't leak yet. So the Baileys during the pre-Christmas stream tasted quite good out of it. Oh, Kieran's in the house, J94. Kieran, how are you doing, sir? Happy New Year to you. And Happy New Year to anybody there who's lurking in the background. You're very welcome to the stream. Donegal dad versus government. €2 in petrol to get the 15-cent back. Yeah, but you see, Tom, because of work and stuff like that, I'm passing anyway. Effingham, good evening. How are you doing, sir? So, Effingham wants one. When you want a mug? Dan the man wants one as well. And their dishwasher safe? Ooh. I haven't actually hand washed it because it lives on the layout. So after I'm finished, I rinse it out and bring it back in here. Porters working at the hospital in Cork have raised 21,000 through a return scheme towards funds for equipment in the hospital. Bloody hell. How does Iron Brew compare to Aldi's version? I don't know. I've never tried Aldi's version. How much coffee will they hold? If you annoy the dishwasher and it throws it at you, is it safe then? Right, time to pour some Dr. Pepper in on top of that. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I did and still am eating and drinking. By drinking, I mean drinking this sort of stuff. I'm not a big alcohol drinker. But yeah, I had far too much over the Christmas. Not much more than I normally do. Oh, yeah, 37 stopped. I think the wheels just need a bit of a clean because it stops in the same spot on here. I've cleaned the track. I think it's just where it's coming downhill. One of the wheels just lifts off and then it loses connection. So I think I would give all the wheels and that a good clean. In fact, let's do that now. I have one of these. Was it Woodland Scenic? Pulled this out. The track cleaner. That one there. Where can I power it from? I'll tell if I take it off the inside track. So I'll just increase the speed of that. These tidy tracks, they're okay. They're not brilliant. It's basically got a strip in there. You put it down, turn it up. It goes to one end. Let the wheels spin around it for about 5 minutes. It's okay. It cleans the surface of the wheels, but what it doesn't do is it doesn't clean the backs of the wheels where the pickups usually run. So, but to be fair, it's mostly the surface of the wheels I find pick up most of the dirt, not necessarily the back of the wheel. Well, Jason's back in the chat. How are you doing, Jason? Where are we? Yes, Dan, I will hold you first, so bounce this off. I got a mug that reacts to heat. So hot. There's a couple of those mugs that react to heat, and they look plain and simple until you put something hot on them, and then there's something rude or a rude message on it. Brian, for £7, it must hold a litre of coffee. I can tell you when you need a fresh brew. Oh, yes, very handy. Who would like me to do a live stream after Mark? Yeah. So who wants Jason to do a live stream? I think we want Jason to do a live stream. Do his first one of the new year. If you set one up, I'll redirect. Now, I won't be watching the live stream because I've arranged to watch the Deadpool Wolverine movie with my youngest daughter this evening. So that's what we're doing after the live stream. I've got the fire lit in here. We're going to pop open another tub of Heroes and some Pringles and sit and watch that on the TV in here. But no, if Jason wants to go at 8:30, I can finish at 8:30. I was only staying on to 9 because Jason wasn't on tonight. But if Jason wants to go from 8:30, he can go from 8:30. I'm at a special location. If signal is good enough, I will try. Oh, does it need to be after 9 o'clock, Jason? Is it one of those locations? Yeah, like it's okay for doing this, but I done a review on it years ago when I first got it because it was one of those things. Oh, that's a good idea, and then it's the reality of it is, oh, yeah, it doesn't work very well. Why is it just stopped? Okay, I can see that where it is, and like some of the wheels aren't even touching the. Yeah, you can't beat using cotton bud and some IPA or methylated spirits or surgical spirits. What would be funny and amazing? Jason was outside Mark's house and did a live. If he was outside my house, he'd be very, very cold. It's freezing here. Barnes Chugs just made it to the DB Shaker depot. Last time I was at a special occasion, there was a pineapple in the window. Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people know what a pineapple means. And a red light. Go ahead, Jason. If you're going to do it, let me know what time and set it up, and I'll pop the redirect on and I'll finish up so you can go live. What time is it now, anyway? Well, it's 8:15 now, so. Okay, let's reverse the direction. I don't know why reversing the direction would clean the wheels any better. It should have cleaned them in one direction. It actually seems to be running better in that direction. But like looking at the wheels, they're not actually making contact with anything to clean. So. Oh, Charlie's in the house, Partick Hill Station. Good evening, Charlie. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, my mic is going into the red. So I just need to keep an eye on that. I have another mic on standby. It's just I wanted to run it completely down to give it a full charge because I want to do some filming tomorrow on setting up the TMD, which will be next week's video. Say this week's video is coming out Saturday. I've changed the days my videos come out. Normally they would have been Friday, but I find I get much better viewers if I release it about 6 o'clock on Saturdays. Of course, channel members get to see them early. Thank you, Charlie. Yeah, it's getting there. Hopefully now, another month or two, we'll be starting the scenics. And that's when it will really, hopefully, start to take shape. Like, I know I was saying, like, this end is going to have the TMD on it. And I was hoping I would put a steam shed down this end. But I don't think I'm going to have the room to put it there the way it's worked out. Maybe I can put something small here in the corner. But because the idea is that if I'm at a show, I can be on the outside. If you've got a little TMD, the kids can do a little bit of shunting and they can see the locos up close. You can put the sound on, the lights and everything like that. And it should be quite entertaining for them. You know, because like there'll be the trains on the main layout just going around. And that's the main reason why I've gone for 4 lanes going around it. So there's always something moving, because there's nothing worse than going to a show and there's a beautiful layout, but there's nothing running on it, or there's just one train and you're waiting for it to go round. You know, my purpose of my layout is to get more people engaged models. There's no point in the modelers, there's no point in getting them to, they're already modeling. You want to get new people into the hobby and look at it and go, look, this is what you can do. Watch this video that shows how I done it all. But this is a long way from appearing at a show. I'm hoping maybe next year, so 2026, I'll have it in a sort of state that it can go to a show. That's if anybody wants it. I'm saying, look at it and go, no thanks, you're all right. All right, let's see if that's any better now. Oh God, those wheels are filthy. Oh yeah, no wonder it's not working. Yeah, you can actually see lumps of dirt on them. So yeah, that's going to need a good clean. There we go. It's going around now. Let's see if it stops in the same place again. Where is it? Oh, Flymo's in the house. Hi, Flymo. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. Oh, John Penny is in. How you doing, John? John, was it you? Oh, forgot about that. Sorry, as I was saying, John, was it you who was in the other chat the other night asking about points? Oh, it's Hermitage Road in as well. I missed that. Oh yeah, hi Hermitage Road. How you doing? How you doing, Pete? Hope you're keeping well. Happy New Year to you. I will travel to go and see that layout. You're welcome up in Donegal anytime. So there's a sofa that you can sleep on. You can sleep in here. I've slept on it, as you've seen from that short I done. It's very comfortable. If you're doing a show in Donegal in 2026, you could take. Yep. Well, I'd probably take this one, the 6x4, depending on time of year, possibly my Christmas one. Right. Can everybody hear me again? Everybody hear me? Yep. Right. Sorry, Mike's went. Right. John, it was you asking about the. So what I'm going to do is I will make this camera. There we go. So, lesson on points. Now, you might know some of this already. So, if I'm teaching you to suck eggs or whatever the expression is, I apologize. But there might be some other people on there who want to know as well. Okay, so going into. So, insul frog points. This is an insul frog point. This area here of the point is the frog. And you can see on here, this is plastic. So it means it's insulated. Electrofrog points, you can see that bit there is metal. So obviously it's not insulated. So that means that section there, you have to make it the priority depending on whether it's going out that way or that way. So it's got to be positive or negative. That's why you can see there insulating fish plates on that. Now you can control that by your point motor. So I use seat point motors. And when they switch, there's a little switch on there that controls the priority of the point. Or, as the video that's out this weekend, using DCC, I'm using the DCC Concepts module to do that, solenoid controller. Okay? That's a brief overview. I've got more videos in it that go into depth on it. And also how you wire up the points so they work more efficiently. Now, you're using InstaFrog on DCC. So, InstaFrog there, I think I have one. Hornby sell you these stupid little clips that go in here for joining all the wires up and everything. What I would suggest you do is you hardwire your point, because internal in here, okay, it should take the power from here through to there, and likewise from here to here. So let's just prove that by using the old multimeter. So we're going to set this onto resistance, and I'll set it with a buzzer. So I'm not keeping an eye on chat. Some people on there might be screaming at me on chat. Actually, do you know what? I better go down to the bottom and make sure everybody can actually hear me. Yeah, I'm fine. Right, okay. Okay, so everybody can hear me. That's okay. So this is an InstaFrog point. So this is obviously left rail, left rail, right rail. So if you flick the point over, so it's going from here out this way, that, I don't know if you can hear the buzzer going there. So that is connected to that. But obviously if I throw this over, oh, it's still connected. How was that? Well, they changed the wiring on these. That's not right. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, I was touching off the blade then. That's why it wasn't working, or was working. So with the blades pushed across, there's no connection there. But if I put the blades over, obviously it works. So what I would suggest you do with your InstaFrog points on DCC is cut some of the sleepers away, or not the sleepers, but the actual webbing between the sleepers, and solder wires onto them, just to give you a better connection. So obviously this is the left rail here. This is going off to the left rail on this right, and this is the right rail, and the right rail going off to the right. You know, sometimes I'm saying stuff and I wonder, do people understand what I'm saying? So you would wire this the same way as I have with my Electrofrog ones. So if you can see there, where I've cut the webbing away, I've put one wire across those two and one wire across those two. So that makes them live. Now the difference with the Electrofrogs one is there's actually a break in the rail there. So you're using the switch to make this bit live. But you don't need to worry about making that bit live on here because it's made of plastic. So you just want to make these rails here live. Does that help, or have I confused you even more? Because I think I've confused myself. This was just... Oh, Jason's set up, ready to go live. Jason, can you put the link to that in the chat? Because you are a mod on here, so you can do that. All right, so I don't know if that has any help to you, John. My chat's now frozen. Okay, Anthony's off. See you, Anthony. Oh, Flymo's put up Barnabas' live link. Oh, Jason is now live, is he? Okay, well, I'll finish up the stream shortly. I'm just waiting to see now if... Thanks, Mark. That makes more sense. I think being alive confuses me sometimes. But I'm going to end the stream now. But John, if you've got any more questions, come back next week or put a message in one of my videos. If you need a clearer explanation, because it's sort of a bit rushed there because now Jason's going live. But if you... any more questions, come back in. I'll see what I can do to help you to answer them out. But using the InstaFrog ones, I wouldn't bother with those little clips that you get from Hornby. They're a pain. They spring out. They can cause derailments. Just hardwire the thing in. Okay, so Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Video out on Saturday around 6 o'clock. I think it's going live on the work I've done on this board. I'll probably pop into Jason's for 5 minutes, say hello to everyone. But thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your modeling, and I'll see you back here next Thursday at 7:30. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.